Coming up on News Valdosta,
rebuilding the city's wastewater treatment plant will soon be underway.
And the area's annual Special Olympics comes to Valdosta.
Stay tuned for all this and more. Your News Valdosta starts now. Welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Jennifer Dandrin.
And I'm Stacy Bush. Valdosta's wastewater treatment plant will be underway soon, and all because the city received funds to help with the project. The city of Valdosta can now move forward with the relocation of the Withlacoochee wastewater treatment plant with the help of the Georgia Environmental Finance Authority. The city has received a $36.7 million Clean Water State Revolving Fund loan to fund the project. Not only is the city of Valdosta relocating the plant, it also has to build about 300 miles worth of collection pipes that will feed into the new facility. $37 million of this project is to build new pipes to support the location of the new plant and begin the construction. The city will spend about $55 million over the next 4 years on the combination of the new collection system and the new plant. It will have approximately 5 years to complete the project, but they hope to have it done in 4. The construction is expected to begin next spring.
Some praiseworthy children got the opportunity to show off their bowling skills yesterday at Jack's Bowling Lanes in Valdosta. 380 students from 9 surrounding counties participated in the annual Fall Special Olympics. The activity was hosted by the Therapeutic Division of the Valdosta-Lowndes County Parks and Recreation Authority. Jessica Cotlett with Parks and Rec says the event was a great way for the children to be active and show good sportsmanship. The next event will take place tomorrow from 10 a.m. to noon. The students will compete in basketball competitions at the Parks and Recreation Administrative Gym on Forest Street in Valdosta.
Protecting young people is one of the Valdosta Police Department's highest priorities, and sometimes that means protecting them from themselves. That's the case with truancy from school. Local officials say skipping school is on the rise, as News Valdosta reporter Nicole Andrews shows us.
Truancy officers have seen an increase in truant students. Students are considered truant when they have obtained at least 3 unexcused absences and/or excessive tardiness. Truancy can occur within elementary, middle, and high school students. School officials refer truant students to the juvenile courts, Department of Juvenile Justice, as well as organizations such as LODAC. Lowndes Drug Action Council is an organization which holds truancy intervention classes.
The purpose of the TIP program is to educate the parents so that when they leave, they are informed, they're knowledgeable, and that they do not make the same mistakes that they have made previously.
Parents as well as students benefit from this program.
As a parent, I have 2 children. At the beginning of the school year, we get a whole bunch of information, and we try our best to read it overall, but it's just a lot of information. It's very overwhelming, so a lot of times I miss things. But during this class today, I was able to get that one-on-one time with a professional who understands, me as a parent, my students, and just really giving me a lot of information to help me be a better parent.
With services like the Truancy Intervention Program, the referrals to the juvenile justice system and the juvenile courts has decreased. Any parents needing additional information about your child's school, please be sure to contact them. With News Valdosta, I'm Nicole Andrews.
In other police news, a Valdosta man says he was attacked Sunday night while trying to buy a computer tablet. The attack occurred at the Woodstone apartment complex on East Park Avenue here in Valdosta. Police say 36-year-old Rogelio Serrano was meeting a man in the parking lot of the apartment complex to buy a tablet from him. The man led Serrano towards the back of the complex where a second man was waiting. The 2 men then attacked Serrano and got away with his wallet. Serrano was not seriously injured, but did suffer a bloody lip. An investigation is continuing.
Yesterday, we showed you how Remerton has torn down its historic old cotton mill to make way for the future. Today, reporter Nick Arminio shows how a piece of that future is already here.
Thanks, guys. I'm standing outside Remerton's new happening restaurant, The Mill Pizza Buffet and Games. I had a chance to sit down and talk with the restaurant owner, Danny Davis, and one of his employees, Adam Cooper, and learned a little bit more about how the mill is being reborn within the city of Bremerton. And what is the concept behind this restaurant here?
This concept's going to be a fast food, pay one price, pig out and leave fat and happy.
We've been working on opening this place since the beginning of the summer. It's taken a little bit longer than expected, but put a lot of time and effort into it, as you can see, and hopefully we'll be open by the holidays. If not, that's okay, but once we open up, this place is going to be a lot of fun. You know, all the crowds are going to like it, college crowd, everyone else around there. Really can't wait to see this place open up and come alive.
What made you want to open this restaurant here?
We saw a need for it in Valdosta, and it's going to be a fun business as well as combining food with fun. We're adding a big arcade onto it as well, and that's something that Valdosta didn't have, was a food concept with fun.
Okay. Why did you choose Bremerton? Was it just the location?
Location-wise was really good for the college crowd, as well as a very centered location for the people of Valdosta.
Now, we just tore down the old mill behind you in Bremerton. Why did you decide to use the mill as the name for the restaurant here?
Location-wise is, you know, because we located in Bremerton, of course, we wanted to try to continue the mill name, of course, as we knew they were tearing that down. But then once all that's gone, there's really nothing left of the mill portion of Bremerton.
We're really looking forward to the opening of the mill, and they're hoping to open within the next few months. So come out and check it out. For News Valdosta, I'm Nick Arminio.
Coming up, find out how 3 men were arrested for check forgery earlier this week.
And hear what the community of Alapaha is doing to preserve its heritage. Stay with us.
There are a million places you'd never consider texting. So why would you do it while driving? Leave risky driving to the professionals. Stop the texts, and together we can stop the wrecks.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
Moultrie police have made 3 arrests in a check forgery scheme involving several local businesses. Authorities in Colquitt County have made several arrests in a check forgery scheme in Moultrie and Doran County. Doran checks were being made on a computer printer using the names Doran Gin Company and Sanderson Farms that look like payroll checks. The Moultrie Police Department has charged John Henry Coven of Sylvester and Mario Antonio Newcomb of Tifton with several counts of misdemeanor forgery and felony identity theft charges. They are believed to be part of a group that printed fake checks using local company names. Officials also charged Coven and 42-year-old Kenneth Rahard Washington with 2 counts each of misdemeanor forgery. Law enforcement has cautioned businesses to be careful when cashing checks.
The historic gym in Alapaha is a building filled with enduring memories of school, sporting events, and social activities. Last year, heavy rains caused considerable roof leakage and ceiling/wall disintegration. Every time major winds arrived, more and more shingles would fly off. The sudden prospect of losing the building to the elements prompted the community and the town of Alapaha to take action. A fundraising project has raised nearly $50,000 and is still growing. Contributions from local businesses and individuals raised approximately 65% of the amount.
Some of our technology is more down to earth, like our cell phones, but who could do without them? These things that we love may not always be good for us. News Valdosta's Camille Ralston reports.
Many of us are guilty of it, looking down at our phones in mid-conversation, texting when we're spending time with other people. But how is this affecting the way we communicate? Are we becoming less connected as we connect more?
Texting is a big part of our lives. In our phones, we have our phones all the time. It's one of the things that I specifically have to put down sometimes, just to almost try to get away. And I see it with students all the time because I work with students and college students, and it's one of those things that it's hard to even have a conversation with students because their eyes are on their phones and they're not even looking you in the eyes or in the face, and they're so worried about what everything else is going on, but they're missing the moment that they're in.
Texting has not only changed the way we communicate, but it is also starting to affect various aspects of our health, such as fatigue levels and our eyesight.
It's just a habit, it's what I'm conditioned to do it. Our society has conditioned us to do it. Focusing for so long, for a prolonged period of time on something that small affects our eyesight, affects our fatigue levels. A lot of times I can't sleep at night because I've been looking at my phone for too long.
It's important to keep an eye on how texting is affecting relationships in your life and your health. With the News Valdosta, I'm Camille Ralston.
Up next, we'll check in with weather anchor Lucas Hicks to take a look at the crazy weather we've been having lately. So don't go away.
Thank you for calling your GED Pep Talk Center. All right, now, are you ready for your GED Pep Talk?
Being nervous is okay. It just shows that you're serious about getting your diploma.
All right, listen, we all need a little nudge sometimes. I don't function without coffee in the morning, but it is going to take more than a double mochaccino to help you here.
A lot of things are scary. Heck, I'm scared of clowns.
No quiero oír. Danny, no lo puedo hacer. Quiero oír. Danny, lo voy a hacer.
TMC, liking your pep talk style.
Just keeping it real, Debs. Just keeping it real.
Louder! Louder! I'm gonna get my GED! Come on! Get your GED! Hey. Can you keep it down, brother? Thanks.
Whatever motivation you need, we've got a pep talk for you. Get your GED pep talk and find free classes at yourged.org.
Welcome back. Is it warming up or cooling down, or will we have both? Let's turn now to News Valdosta weather anchor Lucas Hicks for the answer. Lucas?
Thanks. Well, we have had some beautiful afternoons so far in Valdosta lately. The weather for today is only going to be beautiful, 65 degrees and mostly cloudy. Tonight, the weather is going to drop about 10 degrees, leaving us with a low of 55 degrees. Now tomorrow is going to warm up a bit with a high of 73 degrees and cloudy. There's no chance of rain for tomorrow despite the overcast weather. The UV index is a scale of 2 today. That means there's a low possibility that you could get skin damage from the sun. However, you may want to put on some sunblock just in case. We have a low pollen count for today. The amount of pollen in the air Thursday will not change and will remain in a very low range. Pollen levels at this time should only affect those with serious pollen allergies. Well, that's all for the weather. Back to you at the desk.
Coming up next on News Valdosta, sports anchor Joshua Harrell tells us about the start of high school basketball season. So stay with us.
Body language. Without saying a word, it can tell you so much. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
All right, give me a spot. You know my motto, safety first.
They could be dangerous. I think we should call animal control.
Animal control?
To be safe.
Don't worry. I got this.
It's a new motto.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
We're back. Joining us now with the latest in local sports is sports anchor Joshua Harrell. What's up, Josh?
Thanks, ladies. Today in local sports, basketball season has started. First up for Region 16A, Tift County is 1-0 for the season so far by decimating the Thomasville Bulldogs with a score of 84-48. They will be in action again at the Georgia-Florida Championship Challenge on Friday night. The event will start at 7 p.m. On the women's side in Tift County, the Lady Devils beat the Thomasville Bulldogs 46-40. They will be in action again against Westover on December 6th. The tip-off time is still to be determined. Bruce County football is rolling this season in Class 2A. They have acquired a record of 10-1. There's one player who has helped the team get there, and that's quarterback and defensive back Malcolm Parrish. Parrish has led his team to 2 straight region titles and hopes to win a state title this year. Malcolm holds a GPA of 3.4, is part of the math club, and also a member of the student leadership club. After Malcolm's exploits on Friday nights come to a close, we can look forward to seeing him play between the hedges as he's committed to the University of Georgia. Coffee High had another week of domination in the world of swimming. The boys and girls easily ran off with the win. The closest team was Tift County. Tift County posed a major threat to the girls, with the Trojans up until the relays, and that's when the Trojans soaked the Blue Devils, beating them in 3 out of 4 relays. On the boys' side, it was easily one-sided as the swimming Trojans beat the next closest team by a laughable 100 points. That's it for sports. Back to you, ladies.
Thanks, Joshua. When we come back, we'll talk about the latest space launch.
And do you feel like kicking up your heels? We'll see some people who do. Stay with us.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you are really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
Valdosta State University. Encouraging.
In-depth inquiry.
Hands-on experience.
Service and involvement.
And a global view.
While offering
a beautiful residential campus.
Over 100 fields of study.
Graduate and online degrees.
And championship athletics.
All in a warm and friendly community.
Get connected and involved.
Do more, become more.
Valdosta State University.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile. That single ember can ignite and destroy your home or even your community. You can't control where that ember will land, only what happens when it does. Get Fire Adapted now at fireadapted.org.
Welcome back. Have you heard about what NASA has planned for its latest space launch? NASA's newest robotic explorer, MAVEN, is rocketing towards Mars on a quest to unravel the ancient mystery of the red planet's radical climate change. The MAVEN spacecraft is due at Mars next fall following a journey of more than 440 million miles. This project has been 10 years in the making and roughly cost $671 million.
Taking us out on a lighter note, would you like to get swept away? People are being swept off their feet at the Valdosta Country Club. Reporter Alan Morgan brings us this.
We're here at the Valdosta Country Club at an event sponsored by Motion Dance Studios, where there's a lot of food, a lot of dancing, and a live band. Everybody seems to be enjoying themselves. Dancing at the Country Club is an amazing event that is put on and sponsored by Motion Dance Studios. It's taking place at the Valdosta Country Club and is a great way to fellowship, eat, and also learn a dance move or two, more specifically ballroom and Latin dancing. Everyone seems to be happy, everyone's getting up, dancing, and really having a good time. Socializing is key. We talked to Hannah Moore, the owner of Motion Dance Studios, to get a little bit more information about the program.
We just started our dance society called the Social Dance Society. The goal of the society is to bring ballroom dancing and Latin dancing to Valdosta. So this is the debut event tonight. We'll be having live music by the Ed Barr Band, and people will get a 1-hour dance class, and then they'll be able to dance for a couple hours to live music, ballroom, social, Latin dancing.
The event at the Valdosta Country Club was a success. They plan to make this an annual event, so you should definitely come out next year. I'm Alan Morgan from News Valdosta. Back to you guys.
That's another edition of News Valdosta. I'm Jennifer Dandrin.
And I'm Stacy Bush. Thanks for watching and have a great day. We'll see you next time.